I'm Jared Epicpower, Yukiban, also known as Tom Selleck Sr., and the Dream Stream. To my left, I've got Philip Rage Riley.
That's me. Also known as White Jesus.
White.
And Black Jesus.
That's pretty great. And then to my, on my real left, is a Starship at WAG 317.
Hello. Also known as, well, that's it. WAG 317.
He was Big Master for a while.
Big Master for a while.
White.
WAG 317 and Starship. So, pretty much, those are my only nicknames, so.
Yeah.
I need to get more nicknames.
Oh, here. Now I got my microphone by my mouth. Am I too loud or am I perfect?
You're perfect right there.
Excellent, excellent. Well, since you didn't hear me before, I'm Jared Epicpower. And today...
I heard you.
Oh, good. Today we're going to be playing... Well, I'm going to be playing like last week. Last week I played Broforce, which I highly recommend. It's a 4-player co-op game, and it was so much fun. I can't wait to play it with some bros. But this is a single-player game. I played this 2 years ago at GDC, the Game Developer Conference, and I got a chance to play it this year. Basically, it's called Crypt of the Necrodancer. And you're this cute little girl, and you have to move around on beat. You see the heart beating down there? See if you miss, like you screw it up. It's like, you missed, and you can't move.
Huh, so it's like playing DDR and Zelda at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, now I'm being told I'm much louder than everybody else here. Hopefully. Oh, this game has a co-op mode as well. That's cool to know. I hope that fixed the audio. It looks like it's still a little loud. Let me see what I can do quickly.
I don't know, I hear you, but I'm also in a Skype call with you, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's been a problem with our podcast so far. It's just getting all these levels and everything perfect. I tend to be lower than everybody else, which isn't good.
Oh, I can't pick my nose because everyone's looking.
Yep, everybody's looking at you.
Ooh.
So let's start with our normal thing, Stump Rage. And Nick, I just forgot my question. So if you could start with yours.
Okay, well, let's see here. I'm trying to figure something out here. Okay. On the original Nintendo, what, is the easiest way to fix the blinking light issue?
Blinking light issue?
Yeah, so like, you know, you put in the Nintendo game and like you play it on the screen flashes and everything, and the thing doesn't play, and you're trying to get it to work because you want to play Mega Man, and it just doesn't work. What happens?
Well, step one is blow into the cartridge. I don't know if that's the way to fix it, though. That's what I would do if it were me.
Blow into this game has me so enthralled. I don't know what the question was, but
How do you fix the blinking light issue on the original Nintendo?
oh yeah, that's a cartridge cleaning issue, isn't it? So you got to take cartridge or head cleaning issue where you have to take a long Q-tip swab.
That trap is mostly harmless.
And oh man, it feels like I'm on stage, like playing music, and I'm trying to sing at the same time and keep on beat.
And you're also trying to do math.
Yeah. But oh god, this is difficult.
Alright, well,
I'm sorry. Yeah, answer it.
Yeah, basically, you know, you definitely don't want to blow into the cartridge. I mean, obviously that works, but over time it causes actual corrosion. But like,
really?
To actually fix like that blinking light issue, you want to get one of these. This is a replacement pin connector for thing. So like, you pretty much open it up and you put this on here, and then it works. Because I mean, this is pretty much what I do when I find a Nintendo at a thrift store or something like that and I want to sell it. Immediately just replace the pin connector. The one that I got, like, it works, but I mean, it takes a lot of loving to actually like get it to play. So a pin connector usually 90% of the time fixes it.
Pin connector.
Yeah, 72 pin connector.
70.
Only $10.
72 pins.
Man,
For $10, that's like 7 cents a pin.
if you do the
Yeah.
math on that pin connector, that is a good value.
It is. I mean, and plus, like, it increases the resale value to Nintendo by almost like $50. So,
Dude, this is like the hardest thing I've ever played. Oh, I just Bomberman this stuff. You guys see that? I'm proud of myself. That was intense.
I see you got this fella here with the little blue hat and the red overalls.
That's a girl.
Okay.
You gotta know
Is it-
your character art. Right now,
Oh.
I'm looking for a sweet key to find this.
So the green and purple dance floor, does that do anything?
I don't know, to tell you the truth. I think it just makes me radder when I'm in there, or maybe it means that there's like slimes in there. But right now, I'm looking for this. I should have went through this door, and I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna go and break down these walls. Oh, a treasure chest. But the main problem I'm having right now is to use the bombs. I have to hit down and left on beat, and to throw the dagger, I hit up and down at the same time. Oh, okay, you trigger it. You hit up and down at the same time, and then you tell it the direction you want it to go, and you have to re-pick it up. So that's sort of neat. Okay, Rage.
Okay.
What was the very first game that Luigi was available in?
First game that Luigi was available in. As Luigi?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I'm gonna... I think Super Mario Brothers is too obvious, so it can't be that. Is it Super Mario Brothers?
No, was it? It might have been Super Mario Brothers because
Luigi's Mansion for the 3DS.
No, you're going overboard. The first time Luigi showed up as Pixels was for Mario Brothers. The original game where you had to there's two pipes and poop came out of it.
Yeah.
You had to jump on stuff. But I don't think he was known as Luigi then. He was known as Luigi for the Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers video game. Does that sound correct, Nick?
yeah, it sounds about right. I'm
Nailed
not exactly
it.
sure. I mean, like, I haven't played Mario Brothers in a long time, so. But, actually, you know what? Let's boot it up right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I found a Game Boy Advance SP, and I found a copy of Super Mario Advance, and every copy of these came in on with a copy of Mario Brothers.
Oh, that music.
Yeah, dude, this music's really good.
Well, I can't hear the music in Necrodancer because it's not in the Skype call. Let me turn up the Twitch chat and let me hear it. Yeah.
Everybody's saying that it's gonna be really greasy once I get to level 5 or something. Oh, but the traps are bad. Okay, I thought those things were cool. Oh, they sped
You
it
gotta
up.
be in the trap.
Be in the trap. Beep a beat. Oh man, we have Johnny Luchador in here. He just had an awesome baby named Baby Alice. She's gonna be a Luchador and she doesn't even know it yet.
The mask and everything.
Oh, this
I
kid
guess it's Luigi.
in Super Mario Brothers or Mario Brothers?
Mario Brothers. Yeah. I mean, like, this is a modified version of it, so they might have changed it to reflect it, but fortunately I don't have a copy of Mario Brothers for Nintendo. That's weird. I need to get on that. That's yeah, I think that was one of those rare ones that I haven't been able to get my hands on. It's kind of expensive, and really it's just Mario Brothers. It's not even Super Mario Brothers.
Huh.
So
I got a trivia question I thought of today, and this is something that I learned years ago, and I thought this is a good one because we've all played WoW. Obviously, everyone's played WoW. And if you
Everybody.
haven't, what are you doing with your life? Obviously, being constructive. So everyone knows what a proc is. You'd get a trinket or a weapon with a proc or 2 procs a minute. What does proc mean? What are you doing with your life?
Oh, that is proc means when
So everyone knows what a proc is.
the thing that what the hell? Oh, the extra piece of a mechanic of an item goes off.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's when an item, or like when your trinket procs.
You
but what
procure it.
Proc actually,
Procure it.
it stands for something.
I obviously don't get it. What do you think it is, Starship? Are you just cutting your nails there?
Just, what? No, I'm playing with this this controller that you got me. So now I have an Android phone. Now I can actually use it.
Perfect. Yeah, I got him a Moga.
So that'll be fun. Proc. God, what did a proc mean? Like, oh, it means like when it triggers, it triggers it. So like if it meets a certain criteria, like if it matches on a critical, it procs.
Yeah,
I think
it means programmed random occurrence.
Whoa.
Yeah, it stands for something, and I'm sure it's probably from EverQuest, but I learned it from WoW because I was like in baby shoes when EverQuest was popular.
Yeah, it looks like Quilton learned it from EverCrush. So if I stand on this thing, oh, it made me drop a bomb.
Get that diamond.
I got it. Don't worry.
Well, I'm watching you like 10 seconds later because I'm watching the Twitch stream. Because the actual Skype call, it's really laggy to watch the game. It's like stuttery.
You know
I
what?
gotta watch 10 seconds in the past.
Let's talk about something that made you really mad this week. You want me to bring it up, or?
Sure. Okay. I'll let you.
Well, this week, Valve announced that they were going to have paid moddable content. So that's enough. You go and do it. This is the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life. It's like I can barely chew bubblegum and walk at the same time. I'm one of those guys, but it just happens.
Okay, so Valve, as everyone probably here in the chat knows. Oh wait, kill in transit. That's what kiting means. That's actually, I didn't know that. I didn't think kiting stood for anything. I thought it was just because you run behind a kite with a string like you would if you're kiting a mob.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
And mob means mobile unit, I think. I don't know. Anyways, okay. So, Valve, everyone knows, proposed this idea last week, if it's Friday or Saturday, that they were going to release a paid mod store. And if you don't know, everyone has... The only reason people buy a PC these days is to play Skyrim or Oblivion 5 years ago. You buy it to play Skyrim, and you don't buy it to play Skyrim, you buy it to mod Skyrim. Because, I mean, you can do anything. You can play with, other people, and some mods I think even let you do multiplayer if you get really crazy, but upgrade the graphics, and for a 5-year-old game that's really cool because you can make it look like a AAA title that came out in 2016. But Valve said no one is going to put their hands in that pot and get that money. We want some of it too. So they're going to charge for it. Now I do think that some of these mod makers should definitely get paid. That'd be awesome, man. They do more work than Bethesda's probably fucking done. You have to download mods to fix bugs in the game, which is really sad when you think about it. But so Valve said, okay, well, yeah, mod makers can get paid. We're gonna get 75%, and they'll get 25%. And it's so. On paper, it sounds like a good idea, and my first thought was actually, oh, that's a pretty cool idea. Good. People who make things like Falscar and Skywind and the really important mods that everyone gets, they're gonna get, their due. But I thought a little bit harder about it, and I realized how bad it was and I'm sure Nick's finding out right now. Well, he probably already knew, but the Google Play Store, and that's been the thing I go to usually when I'm complaining about this. The Google Play Store is filled with apps and games that are copies of what's popular. When Flappy Bird came out, everyone remembers Flappy Bird, right?
Hell
it was
yeah.
just filled with shit like Wacky Bird, Wappy Bird, Tappy Bird. Just,
Taffy Bird. Did you ever have
Taffy Bird.
Taffy Bird where you just grab a bird off the street and you start chewing on it? You're like, man, this is really gummy.
Exactly. So that's what the mod store was going to become. But there's a lot of other issues. I mean, if you've ever modded Skyrim, you know it's not as easy as, oh, I want a UI upgrade, I want this one that puts in some new swords, and I want this one that makes the graphics nice. It's not nearly that simple. When I play Skyrim, and I don't even consider myself a heavy modder, I've got 20 or 30 at least running at a time. And that's
my god.
to get that running is a pain in the ass.
Do you have the one that changes the physics of the horse's dong? Holy smokes. I just found this skeleton. He is doing this amazing dance, and he's blinking at me like he's got Tourette's a little bit. He's like... But he just, like, destroyed me so fast.
You died. You gotta press up and down to continue.
Ugh.
But no, I don't have any horse dong mods. But
Do you wish you did?
maybe I don't know how much they cost. Well, not that they'll cost anything.
I saw there was like
that
a
one was $100.
yeah, that swinging horse dong physics, $100.
And see, that kind of stuff's funny. And I truly would support paid mods, but it would cost a lot. I paid $10 for Skyrim, and with 20 to 30 mods, even at $1 each, that's $30, and you know they're going to be more than $1 each. So that really sucks. But they were, and I think there was already some issues in the first 3 days of it coming out where people were uploading mods saying they made it and they did not make it. You know, issues like that.
Yeah, dude, that would be a huge problem to filter through that content in the beginning. Especially Valve cares about the store experience, whereas really Android wants to, but they just don't have the resources to do that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there was this dude that was just dancing. It looked like Skate all day.
Oh, I'm 10 seconds behind. Let's watch. The blue helmet guy?
No, maybe it was.
Maybe it's blue hair.
Yeah, it's blue hair. Just I touched him and my character just got greasy.
But long story short, Valve realized how dumb of an idea it was, and they reneged on that. But I do definitely think it'll happen for and Johnny Dislam said that rumor is that Fallout 4 is going to be announced. I'm really hoping it is, and I'm sure when Fallout 4 or Skyrim 2 or Elder Scrolls 6 or whatever gets announced, it's going to include some kind of mod shop where you can pay. I just think it was a really big mistake to try to implement it 5 years into a game's existence, and
yeah, that's
I don't know
really
why you would do that.
That's really sort of cheap.
I mean, if Blizzard tomorrow said, you know, we want you to pay for add-ons, people would be like, fuck that, I'm not paying for that shit. So
well, like I think one time when we were playing WoW heavily, I did do a donation for an add-on, and it was something. It might have been a decursive or something. And imagine if Blizzard was like, "Oh, that's really cool that you made this, but this is our game. You wouldn't exist." And one thing that I saw on Gage, one of the reasons people make add-ons, monkey brains, is to get better at programming and making video games. A lot of times when you go to be hired by a game studio, they want to know what type of mods you've made, if you've ever designed a level. Like when I was in college, it was all about making stuff for Unreal Tournament. Like, did you ever make an Unreal Tournament level? Like, yeah, I did, and it was radly bad. Well, look at this dragon. Yeah!
Shit, it's Elvarg.
Got him. It was Denver the Last Dinosaur.
Yeah, but that was one of my big arguments too, was that the only people making mods now, you're not getting paid, so the only incentive is you love the game and you're passionate about it and you want to bring fun to other people. You start throwing money in it and you really pollute the community. You're gonna get tons of nothing against foreigners, but you're gonna get a shitload of like Chinese and Koreans who are pumping out retarded ass mods just to get 40 cents or 20 cents. I don't know.
I just think that the whole issue is, this is just it's just tip of the iceberg. I think they jumped the gun on it, to be honest with you. I'm not technically, I wasn't too upset about the issue, like when it actually happened. I was actually surprised that they hadn't done it sooner. But obviously, like, it wasn't made in a point where, one, you don't have any quality control, so like anybody can make an app and stuff, and it could like essentially break your entire setup. Like, modding isn't something that can be dumbed down enough for some goofball who wants to add like flying Thomas the Tank engines and stuff like that for dragons and stuff, and then also have like crazy stuff happen, and then like, of course, like, if it happens that way, then they'll blame the game, not necessarily the mod. And so like, that's something that needs to be thought out and fleshed out. It can work, and I wish that, like, it's the same thing with like YouTube and everything like that. Anybody can come up on YouTube and be a celebrity and everything like that, but it takes a certain type of person to actually do it. So I mean, these mods and stuff like that, like, there's gonna be a couple of like really crappy mods and stuff like that to come out, but if Valve like takes the effort to do some quality control, or like at least have like Valve certified mods or something like that, they'll be able to pull it off, and I think gamers will be a lot happier with it.
I agree with that. They need some kind of quality control.
Well, here's a look at it from like a developer's sort of stand. I guess that's what my job is here for our channel. So there's things called like the Unity 3D store and Game Salad store, Yo-Yo Games Maker store, and it's a way for developers to make content for people who want to make games. And if you figure, they're really sort of similar people. The game players love playing games, game makers love playing games, but they've got this passion to go out and try to make them. And a lot of that stuff is paid content, and it should be like the whole idea of the mod thing, that should be completely fine. One thing that game engines are doing right now is, heck, UDK on Unity, Crysis, they're like, you can use our engine for free, but once you make a certain amount of money, then you have to pay us royalties. And that'd be cool if the mod industry took note from that and was like, yeah, be transparent with how many copies you sold, and once you meet a certain number, whoa, crud, I just went to like Freddy Krueger's dungeon. I think I gotta start using my bombs more.
Yeah, everyone needs to use the bombs more.
Got that bat right in the face! But yeah, that would be my solution for it. Have the mods have a way that... Whoa, that dude's got claws. I'm gonna die soon. Have the mods have a way that hooks up into the game and it shows how many copies of that mod has actually been sold. Because the quickest way to tell that is by... Oh, I took that dude's head off. If somebody's playing the game, if it's hooked in. Just about every game is hooked in online now. I don't know if you gotta be online to play Elder Scrolls or anything anymore, but...
Oh yeah, and you need some metrics and everything like that. Once they get to the point where you can tell, like, what the demographics are, who's installing these mods, like what type of system they have. Like, you can set certain requirements that your mod actually needs to go. And like, so I mean, right now, yeah, it's free, so essentially you get what you paid for. So like, I mean, obviously I'd be pretty pissed too if like I had to pay for something that was normally free and get the same experience, So like, if they do start to be to the point where you're making a ton of money and everything like that, what's going to happen is that a lot of people are just going to, the quality is going to go up because the people actually getting paid for the mods are going to have time to dedicate to actual quality control and, come out with timely updates and everything like that. And then you'll probably get to the point where you'll get like a special mod network where like you can where you can like ensure that your mod won't break other mods and stuff like that. So
Yeah, because
Like-
right now that's just sort of at will, you know? It's like,
Yeah,
hey dude,
so it's
your plist loading schematic is messing up my mod, and it's making my fans angry.
yeah, so like that's the thing is like what's gonna happen is that you're gonna get like a standard of programming for the mods, and
Down left.
it's gonna be to the point where like you can load any mod that you want that's gonna do it, and it's not gonna break it. I mean, at least that's what needs to happen for them to actually sell the mods.
I think it was just a really half thought through idea on Valve's part. I'm surprised that it got as far as it did. Like, there's so many issues just straight off the top of your head. It's like, wait, how did a group of people somewhere thought this was a good idea?
At
They
Valve.
couldn't foresee. Yeah, and that's one of the things that makes me the saddest is in a time when you've got companies like EA, who's managed to stay out of the spotlight for a while, and then Konami doing God knows what the last few months, and then, Ubisoft releasing the things they do.
Yeah, Ubisoft has like become the new EA of just like doing things wrong, it seems.
Yeah,
Ubisoft
you hate to
can't
hate on
catch a
Valve,
break.
but like, you got to.
Well, the projects that they try to build are just massive, and what does that mean, dudes, when the floor is like lit up all disco-y? Does that just mean I have to kill all the mobs in that area? I'm gonna get this really dirty shoe.
Yeah, and coming from Valve, it was really odd just because that's a company that has literally, not just a little bit, a couple games were good based off mods. Every game Valve has ever made, good money off is a mod. Dota 2, Warcraft 3, Counter-Strike, Day of
Team
Defeat, all that.
Fortress.
Team Fortress. Like, how can you be that, dense? And the thing I hated the most was Gabe Newell going on Reddit and damage controlling as hard as he could, and then basically placing the blame on Bethesda, saying it was all them. And true or not, Bethesda's not the one that made the post. Bethesda's not the one that pulled the trigger. Valve pulled the trigger. You're the CEO of that company. Don't pass the buck like that. Own it. Apologize. Move on.
Move on.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that they backpedaled so quickly. It was really amazing because generally, like if you notice, like there's a whole bunch of like outrage culture and stuff like that out here and stuff like that. Like it's people get outraged over the slightest thing and whatever the flavor of the week is. And I'm not talking about like what's actually like real issues. I'm just talking about like somebody like tweets something that was taken out of context and people are just outraged. And they're all pissed off. And then after a week, they're like, well, thing. So that's the thing. Like Facebook changes their layout and like it causes like a riot. People are all pissed about it, but Facebook is like, well, deal with it. And they do. So,
and that's one of the cool things. Facebook makes advancements, which is why it's been way more profitable than Twitter is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's a point where, like, yeah, you have to keep your fan base happy, and that's important. But, like, at the same time, like, you need to know what's good for them and keep trudging on. Because, the whole reason is, like, the people who actually like use these systems, like I'm guessing that like a good amount of them don't know a lick about like what's going on the inside and like what the reason is behind these decisions and stuff. Like they can't bow down so easily to like criticism, especially like from certain communities. But like this decision was way out of line. It wasn't thought out at all. So
yeah.
I can understand like why they fell back on that. But like if it was something that was well thought out, like what we just talked about, I'm pretty sure that people would be miffed about it. But Gabe would have been just like, you know what, deal with it, like play it out, let's do it, and just go ahead.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, how much money were they really gonna make off of it? You know, I had a friend say, "Well, if they even make a few $1,000s, you know, they've made a profit." And I said, "Yeah, but how many people have they just made? Even if, you know, people are talking about boycotting, which I don't think works in a situation like this very well, but they pissed a lot of people off, and I personally, I'm probably gonna stop. I relied on Steam. I downloaded everything through Steam. I didn't care if it was $5 more through them. I liked supporting them. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna start looking at other places if I can get it cheaper now. So I still love that. But
it's just like boycotting gasoline or something like that. You know, it's like, oh, we're gonna boycott gas on Monday, everybody, and it's like on Tuesday they, you know, buy gas. You know, so like that's how the thing is, stuff like that. So I mean, and gamers and stuff, like especially, you know, I feel that sometimes like they act a bit entitled to certain things, you know, and like if they're gonna have to pay for it, then they'll pirate it, and it just really doesn't hurt anybody, you know. So
yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. That just got really epic. It felt like I was at the very end scene of the Step Brothers where they're at the Catalina wine mixer. And he just busts out that sweet rendition of that operatic song that I can never remember the name of. Oh man, Falcor's back.
What is it? That's Elvard. So, in other news, to get off that topic, yeah, I know maybe no one in here shares my disappointment that the Silent Hills got canned.
Oh, really, dude, I don't even want to talk about it. I'm so...
Did you guys play the playable teaser on PS4?
No, I don't have a PS4. Who do you think I am? I have to pay like...
Yeah, neither do I.
Over $1 billion for rent a year to live on this tiny sliver of land.
Well, so like 6 months ago, they released a playable teaser on PS4 Shop for free, and if you ever get a chance, play it. I love horror games. It's one of my favorite genres, and I don't think anyone's been able to do it justice in a long time. But it was, oh man, I don't even like playing it now because I know what happens in the first like 3 minutes, and it's pretty spooky. But and it looked beautiful too. You look at like the wood on the walls or the door, and you're like, wow, this looks like I could touch it. If that game had Oculus Rift support, that would be the fucking coolest thing ever. But
if that game was a female, would you date it?
I would definitely take it out for dinner once or twice.
Whoa, you know what happens on the third date? Smooch on the lips,
kissing. I never played Five Nights at Freddy's. I watched a couple videos and it just didn't look like
Five Nights at Freddy's.
It didn't look like my cup of tea. I don't think animatronics are really that scary, so... Plus, there's way too many YouTube videos of little kids playing it, and I think if it draws that many little kids... Justin Bieber has a lot of little kids fans, so...
He's also got a lot of money.
He does have a lot of money.
And he got roasted.
He did get a roast, so... I mean, I've never had a roast.
One day.
Yeah, well, I mean, just get famous and just start being an asshole, and then you'll be able to restart your career. Not really.
Is it that easy?
Yeah, it's simple. You know, just be famous. Duh. Just be internet famous.
That's what you gotta do. Have unpopular opinions. But, yeah, Silent Hill is being canceled. I'm sad about that, but I have hopes that one day Guillermo del Toro will rise from the ashes like a phoenix. Well, Hideo Kojima will rise from the ashes like a phoenix, and Guillermo del Toro maybe like the carb version of a phoenix. What were they called?
What else was some of the nasty news about Konami this week? There was stuff I saw, like some crazy memes about what the heck was it? Konami giving up the rights to Metal Gear Solid or something.
I have no idea. I haven't really been following him too much after the Kojima thing. I want to know more of the story, but there's really not much out there. I don't see why they would get rid of him. It'd be like Nintendo suddenly being like, "Oh,
Sorry,
you know
Miyamoto.
sorry,
You're too healthy."
Yeah, you were like the godfather of Nintendo, but get out. You're too healthy. Isn't he like in really poor health?
I don't know. He's always doing health stuff.
Who dropped out of the stock thingy?
I haven't actually.
Konami?
Somebody jumped out of the stock thing. I
Is
I
it
don't know.
Stockton
Johnny
Con?
said someone dropped out of the New York Stock Exchange, and I remember hearing something like that. Maybe it was Konami. He said, "All I know is about stock thingies is that the Titanic throws midgets." Okay,
All right.
that makes sense. So, in other news, so
Yeah.
Bankmaster's got a new phone. Tell us all about it.
Oh yeah. So I decided to give up Windows Phone.
Or
Unfortunately,
did it give up you?
I think it gave up on me. Really, like Chase decided to pull its app completely off of the App Store. Like I can't even use it.
Like Chase
there's
Banking?
no official apps. Yeah, Chase Banking. Like I can't deposit checks via my phone, and like all this other stuff that's been happening, and it's just really disappointing. Instagram, like I don't know if like a lot of you care about Instagram, but
I do.
Instagram,
I like it.
They haven't updated their app in a year. Last year when it came out, like when I got the Windows Phone, like Windows, the App Store and ecosystem were really in a good position to catch up a lot faster with Android than Android took to catch up with Apple. Because I mean, if you guys remember the olden days of Android, it was really bad. Like it took forever for Facebook to come out with an official app. Like most of the time, it was just a hodgepodge web app and everything like that. So I had Windows Phone for a year. I had a Lumia icon, and it was pretty good. It was fast. Battery would last the whole day. It had wireless charging, and a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, like, and I could look past the lack of super asshole like apps and stuff like that. That like like Flappy Bird and everything like that. I could look past that. But so yeah, like I mean, basically now like with Chase pulling the support and Microsoft hasn't really announced any flagships or anything like that, like super powerful Windows phones. They've been focusing more on cheap stuff, and the fact that they just now announced that you can port iOS and Android apps to Windows 10. I just figured it's time to just drop ship and go on to go back to Android, I should say. So I picked up a Samsung Galaxy Edge. So I mean, like,
nice.
you can see like the screen and everything like that.
Welcome to the Edge.
Curves onto there and everything, and and like if you swipe to the bottom or to the side, it'll pull up your contacts and stuff. And so like people like text me and stuff, it'll show up as a specific color. Like Jared, I got you as green. So like if you text me, like your notification will show green on the side. And then like when you lock it and stuff, like if you I haven't really figured it out yet, but like if you rub the side or something, you rub the side and stuff like that.
It's like you're Aladdin in the genie.
The side here. Yeah. So like, and then
are you gonna make Robin Williams appear?
I guess. And you like swipe in and everything like that, and all these cool little digits and stuff like that. And like Jason, like it's TouchWiz is definitely a lot more minimal and stuff. Like right now I'm using the Nova launcher, so I mean like even it's more thin and everything like that, but like there's no like I don't have to use the Galaxy S Voice or a whole bunch of other things. It's got a fingerprint sensor, which is pretty neat. It's my thumb.
I liked having the fingerprint sensor on my iPhone 5 until I broke it.
Fingerprint sensor. Yeah. So I mean, I guess it's people are griping because it's not waterproof, but I don't really give a shit. But I mean, it's pretty cool. Like the color is really nice. It actually matches my car. I have a Mazda 3, and it's got like this midnight blue, and like the color like perfectly matches. Pretty much, it's pretty interesting. So I mean, it's really thin too. Like I mean, compared to most phones and everything like that. It's got like the tapered edge, and it feels nice too. But yeah, like as far as like the edge screen goes, I probably wouldn't. Probably wouldn't recommend it if you're looking for like a couple more functionality behind it, because it really only does 2 things, or 3 things actually, if you count looking nice, another one. So, I mean, like I got it mainly because of that. Like, and my plan offered me like a free upgrade on it, so like I'm not paying any more than I was before.
Oh,
so
that's nice,
like,
dude.
Yeah, so I like it a lot so far. I mean, I've only had it for like an hour or 2, or actually played around for like an hour, and actually dedicated to set it up because it came to work. Verizon didn't have it in stock when I went to go look at it on Monday, so they offered to send it to work.
And it just came
so,
out like this week, last week maybe.
No, it came out like a week and a half ago. I want to say.
Okay.
So like, but I mean, yeah, I mean, like it's great. So I mean, now I got the Android ecosystem here, and just a whole bunch of stuff here. So
that one has a fixed amount of RAM in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
And that's the first one to do that.
Oh, you mean memory?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, gigs. Gigabiggles.
Yeah, it doesn't
oh,
have,
it's that part again.
It doesn't have expandable storage or removable battery, which I guess like turned people off a lot about it. But for me, like I've had Windows Phone with no removable storage and 32 gigs, and it worked fine. Like I think I just ran out of storage last week before I cleared it out, and like half of it was photos. Like I cleared out 15 gigs of photos. So that's pretty much like I really don't care about expandable storage and stuff, and like I know like a lot of like Android people, like they're quick to poo-poo on it. They've been waiting for Samsung to come out with a premium device, and Samsung did that, and now it's not good enough. So, people will never be happy and stuff like that. For me, like I'm more content about it. I guess it's got like an IR blaster too, so I can like control my TV and shit too. So.
The future.
Blast people with IRs. Who really needs more than 30? If you're storing more than 32 gigabytes of anything on your phone, you need to reevaluate your priorities. Cause
I might need to.
Well, you don't count, Jared, because you got to save lots of funny pictures of cats and squirrels and shit, and you need some high-res pictures.
I love taking videos, dude.
Yeah, so like, I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Is like, I mean, for me, like, I mean, I took 15 gigs of photos, and like that was the majority of space. I maybe took like some videos and stuff like that. I mean, the Lumia Icon like had a really good camera, and this one, like, I think will be fairly close. It's got like an 18 megapixel camera in it. It's got a shit ton of RAM. It's got, I forgot how much. It's got like an octa-core or something like that.
Octa-core.
Octa-core.
Yeah, it's. What do you even need that for? Like, I mean,
what kind of graphics card does it got?
I don't know. It's got a 4K screen. It'll work with the new VR headset that Samsung has.
Yeah.
Which is actually really exciting. Like, I'm excited. I want to pick that up because it's got like a 4K screen. So I mean, like, really excited to just like stick it up to my face and just watch movies or something like that.
Google Cardboard with that thing.
Yeah, like I actually, I'm excited because like I just booked a flight to St. Thomas for my honeymoon. So like I have like this flight's gonna be like 8 hours. So like I definitely want to be something with good stuff here. So.
And one of the things Samsung came out with the new, I think it's called Samsung Gear VR. Is what they call it.
Yeah.
And they had to come out with a new one to fit the Samsung 6 phone. our Galaxy 6 phone. And I was like, that's a bummer. Does that mean that when the S7 comes out, you're going to have to buy a new VR helmet? Because their VR helmet is not cheap for something that requires a phone.
Yeah, it's $200. So I mean, like that's a lot of money if you have to like upgrade every so often and stuff. And, like if that does turn out to be the case, like I'll just buy out the Samsung contract and keep the phone. And so, so you know, but yeah, I mean, it's a 5.1 screen. I was gonna go with the Nexus 7 or the Nexus 6, but it was just too big. But yeah, it's got 3 gigs of RAM. It's got a quad core.
The Nexus 6 would have been free for you or not?
Yeah, it would have been the same thing. I have like the Edge plan, and so like basically what it allows me to do is essentially like lease the phone. And so instead of paying down like $200 down payment and then owning the phone outright after 2 years, basically like I pay in like a monthly fee, like $20 a month or something like that. And if I get to, I think, halfway through the phone's charge and stuff like that, then I can upgrade to a new phone. So like I got that Lumia Icon last year, and so I was able to upgrade instead of having to like suffer through it and wait until February of 2016. So
yeah, I need to upgrade soon since I get about 3 hours of battery life on my phone. And
mine gets about the same, yeah.
And I even have a Mophie case for it. But yeah, Mophie case is like the fancy charging case. I think I'm doing better, dudes. I killed this Minotaur that was running around just being a jerk.
I want to hear the music.
I have to get that up, play it. Looks like fun.
It is fun. I'm having a good time. It's good for a single player. Like, it's working out my body. You know, I'm just sort of like hopping to keep the beat. This stupid purple
Do you think
monkey.
playing this game with a DDR mat would be fun?
I did it. That's how I played it at GDC, I remember, and I did not
really
like that. Because you're just sort of stomping like a goon. You're just like, oh, look at me. Stop it.
That's dancing. It's dancing weird. Stomping like a goon, that's all it is.
It smells like weird sausages right now. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I'm having a necro stroke. But I'm trying to find the end of the level. I feel like I've got to be getting close.
But yeah, so, but yeah, that's my new gadget. So I'm really excited about it. I gotta get this Moga thing to play. I think I need new batteries for it. I think I gave it old batteries. But yeah, it should be good. You know, play some Android games. I think the Moga thing came with Pac-Man and Sonic CD, but I already paid for Sonic CD back when it was like 10 cents. So, but maybe I have to download the special app. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think it's built in because at one point I was registered to be a Moga developer, and they're just like, you just throw in this SDK and you can get a controller for your games. Oh, white monkey.
I can hear the rhythm happening.
I got a blood spear right now. I don't know which one I like better. But yeah, dude, this has been a lot of fun. This game has really come quite a long way since when I first... Oh, man, you wait until you see what just happened to me.
Did the red dragon kill you?
Yeah!
Oh, let's see. Oh, wow. You just got laser beamed.
Laser beamed. Like an MC Frontalot song.
MCP pants.
MCP pants. So, what games have you guys been playing this week? I've been playing a lot of HOTS, of course.
A lot of HOTS.
Lots of HOTS. I've been really enjoying HOTS. I've been thinking about getting CSGO because I'm sort of becoming friends with this pro player. I've been doing stuff together. I've been modding for him.
I want to play for you or with you.
Yeah. This guy's name is Hiko. He's one of the best CSGO players in the world, and you know, I'm watching him play, and I'm like, yeah, he's got like a gift, but does he have the gift for HOTS? And
The
then,
gift for Gab.
yeah, oh, he's a gabber too. He's a gabby goose. Like, I don't know. It's just all of his Eco boys have been like telling me to get CS:GO, and I'm like, man, I sort of want to play now because I used to be bad at this game, you know, compared to these dudes. But there were times where I would just be a rock star, where you just sort of go on fire like you're playing NBA Jam.
Yeah, I have the same problem. Like like with Dota and Counter Strike. Like sometimes I play like a god, and then other times I just make mistakes that a like new player would make, and I wonder. I'm like, man, I don't know what's wrong with me. But yeah, I have CS:GO. We should do that. We should play some CS:GO next week.
Nick, what computer games have you been playing?
What computer games? I haven't been playing any computer games. I have been playing Mario Kart 8.
Nice.
I picked that up again because of the 200cc.
Oh yeah,
courses
girl.
and stuff like that.
How hard
Super
is
fast. Well, like, I talked to Tom, and like, so we have like technically the same setup, and he changed the tires a bit, so it's definitely a lot easier. But it's definitely something to get used to. Like, it's a lot of the curvier courses and stuff are just near impossible if you want to go full speed. Like, you have to time your actual like your curves and everything like that like perfectly. So it's definitely just nuts and stuff like that. So
I'm looking forward to it.
Definitely like a new learning curve. That's what I like about it. It's definitely like it's hard to do, and so it's not just like, oh, we're just going faster. It's totally easier. You know, it takes a long time to like, but not a long time, but it's definitely like new mechanics that you have to learn. So.
And that's a free download, right?
Yeah. The 200cc is, and then like the downloadable content that we bought back in September of last year.
Yeah.
Has finally come out last time and stuff. That you save like a couple of bucks if you bought the Animal Crossing thing too. So.
Yeah, I bought them both. I think I got it for my wife for some dingus holiday, one of those dingus days. I bought it from GameStop, which surprised me. I don't know why it surprised me, but it did.
I might have to give it a shot, but I don't know who. See, I can't play with any of my friends in real life because they could barely grasp drifting. I felt really bad beating all the cups with them because I tried teaching them how to drift. They just, I don't know, it's cognitive dissonance or something. They don't fucking get it. So oh man, if 200cc is that much different, I don't even have any hope for them.
Yeah, it's one of the interesting things. Like, Carlton and I were talking about, he tried this game at GDC, and he's like, yeah, I just don't have natural rhythm like some people. I'm like, a lot of people don't. How do you get in there? I don't know, these like weird skull traps, they're like bear traps, just killed me. And he's like trying to play this game, and he was telling me it's like it took him a while to get warmed up to get it.
Get it.
And for me, it's just sort of natural. I'm just like, I recall it took Starship a while to get decent at Rock Band, but you just sort of work through it. You're like, I'm gonna teach myself.
Oh yeah, I got better at it because I bought a whole bunch of guitars at Goodwill and stuff to sell, and so like in order to test them, you kind of need to play through the whole song and everything. So I eventually like learned where to put my fingers and stuff like that, and like I guess like I was like grasping the finger and like moving my hand through the thing instead of like actually doing it. So now that I actually made sure that I got decent position and stuff like that, I can actually play through decent when we get together and play on medium. Instead of like having to go through easy, because like easy is way too easy, and then like hard is like near impossible. So like medium, like it scales up a little bit. So, but
I do love me some rhythm games. If I had to challenge the devil for a golden fiddle at one video game, it would probably be Guitar Hero, man, or any rhythm DDR pump it up, or Rock Band, or Guitar Hero, or 2DX, or Beat Mania, or one of those.
Challenge the devil for a golden fiddle.
I would challenge the devil for a golden
Gage
fiddle.
went down to Georgia. What a great song, man.
That was, oh man, my friends got me started on DDR in like 8th grade, and we used to go spend all weekend at the arcade every weekend for years. Those were good times.
Dude, the first place... Now, I know I'm older than you, but the first place I saw DDR was at a casino called Circus in Las Vegas. I was maybe 17, and we took like a family trip, and we stopped in Vegas because my parents love Vegas and they love Circus, so we went there, and you know, me and my sister would just sort of run around. She's only 3 years younger than me, but we saw like these Asian kids playing, just stomping on the sand. We both look at each other and we're like, what's going on here? And we were just instantly hooked. Went home, bought a PlayStation. I was totally anti-PlayStation. I was like such a Nintendo fanboy. But we just went to like a GameStop or something, and might have been even Babbage's still.
Rhinos. That's probably what it was.
We didn't have Rhinos by us.
You didn't have Rhinos?
We had Babbage's, EB Games, and FUNCOLAND.
FUNCOLAND. Oh man.
Yeah, I still have FUNCOLAND CD case somewhere.
That's cool.
It's pretty interesting. I figured I'd keep it around, but yeah. I also like bring up like what a little game related thing that happened to me last week. I decided to turn in my 2 weeks notice at People Play Games. So I decided to give up that for for the summer and everything like that. So I needed Saturdays off. Like, it's just been way too stressful to balance everything, and then it's really nice to like. It'll be really nice to have another day off. Working 6 days a week has just been really rough for me.
Yeah,
so.
it gets old. But yeah, you got like a wedding coming up. You got all these games you got to play. You got a new phone. You got a Doge. You got a new car. You're just living the high life, Nick.
Yeah, I just gotta get stuff done.
Yeah.
So, speaking of which, I have to like send you the group ID for the Men's Warehouse, Jared.
Oh
So
yeah,
that you
that's right.
Like the way that you look. Guaranteed.
You better guarantee it.
Oh yeah. He doesn't work there anymore. I like that. But yeah, I didn't get an email confirmation. That's weird. I think Laura has the whatchamacallit, I think she has like the receipts in her purse or something like that. But we went and we got our tux fit. They look
Nice.
pretty awesome and everything like that. So.
Whoa, I think I found a boss, dude. Sorry to cut you off. This dude looks pretty powerful. His name's Death
Maybe you'll
Metal.
beat the first level. Oh, look
You
at that
think so?
Death Metal.
You think so?
He looks pretty rad.
I know, I don't want to do anything. He looks so
He looks
rad.
like the-
I got a half a heart.
The last Zone 1 level boss. Yeah, this is the guy in the end, the 6-string samurai. Death Metal. Am I the only one who's ever seen that movie?
Six String Samurai? No, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
badass.
Jason said this guy's hard. I don't know. Looks like you got beat by him instantly, so.
I had half a heart, though. I'm gonna
He
get
said
him.
it's the hardest boss.
Oh, dude,
One
I gotta
of-
start over?
Roguelike.
Oh no. That game does not pull
roguelike.
any punches.
It is roguelike, and I forgot Jason Crowton said that early on. He's like, it's a roguelike, but it's got dance.
Play it with a PlayStation controller or something.
What's cool is, I just remember, I collect like those inch pins, and I've got, I think, 2 pins from this game. One is one of the skeletons just doing this sweet John Travolta move.
Risky business.
Risky business. That's one of my favorite things to say when we're playing Heroes of the Storm. Just risky business. And
Oh, Jared, you have more health than you did before. You
yeah,
have
I
5
keep
hearts
buying
now.
hearts. That's pretty cool. Well, you know what? That's an hour, boys. That's how long our podcast normally is.
It is.
Alright. That was good talk, guys.
Oh yes, now we can go back to our normal everyday lives.
Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. We're Epic Power Gaming, and
Oh, by the way. Sorry, go ahead.
you go ahead, dude. BT Dubs.
Alright. Dude, we're 7 likes away from 500 likes. So tell your friends. So
And your
us on
families.
Facebook.
Make
Even
second
if Sarah
Facebook
doesn't play
profiles.
the Nintendo anymore, just tell her to like it, damn it.
I
And
know.
quit sending you Candy Crush requests. And, like, do something productive with her life. Ugh. Grandma. Makes me so mad.
Been really busy lately.
The Twitters, I don't even know. Do we go on Twitters?
Yeah, I go on Twitter.
There is a Twitter. I think Jared mans it mostly.
Yeah.
I set everything to auto, so
Yeah, that works.
I don't understand how Twitter works.
One day I'll teach you. Once I understand, I managed to get this far. Well, dudes, I'm Jared Epic Power, and I've got Rage Riley here, and I got at Wag317, the Bink Master of the Starship. Thanks for tuning in. This is episode number 4. I will be putting up episode number 3 as soon as possible. It takes a long ass time to render this stuff to make it look beautimous. All right, good night, dudes, and keep on keeping on.
Keep on, keep on, keep on, keep on, keep on. We need an outro music.
Yeah.